Hello everybody. If you're looking to punch up your interior space a notch or two and are wanting to breathe in some new life back into your decor, then you are in the right place. In this video, I'm going to share with you some simple and colorful ways how you can take your space from maybe feeling a little lifeless, tired, or drab and help you bring in a renewed energy of aliveness, even in maybe an extra dose of joy and fun for you to rest your eyes on each and every day. So if this sounds like you're in, then join me right now. And if you're excited about this, then please take a second to hit the like, share, and subscribe button by hitting the bell, and we will get right into it. So again, hello everyone, and welcome back to Design Beyond the Visual. I'm here every week. I am Heidi Smith, your decorating coach and energetic advisor for you, your home, and your workplace spaces. And if you are new to this channel, a big welcome to you. And for those of you who are new to me, you'll quickly learn I look at things very differently than most interior designers. Like other interior designers, aesthetics and function are very important to me as well. But here's where I'm a little out of the box. I bring a unique consciousness to my work, which is based on the ancient and sustainable energetic system of Vastu. Vastu is not new. It has been around for over 10,000 years, and it's comprised of very beautiful teachings and ancient wisdom that allows us to make energetic adjustments to our spaces so that we align our buildings and our dwellings, our homes, to the elements of nature. And when we do this, when our spaces align with the forces of nature, we feel a deeper sense of support for our life focus. We experience more joy and harmony and are able to live and thrive in environments where there is less stress. And when we have less stress, we make more space for more joy and fulfillment. And who doesn't want that? My humble opinion, who doesn't need that? So, in essence, I am here to help you create sacred space for the homes you live in and the places you work from. This is my passion. It's my calling. And it is my great pleasure and honor to serve you through this powerful portal. All right. So let's create some fun, some color, and some new life and energy into those interior spaces of yours today, shall we? One of my favorite things to do to bring more liveliness and less same old into a space is with a painted piece of furniture. Here's the thing. You can go about this in a couple of different ways. To save on budget, you can attempt it yourself, and I encourage you to do that. It can be done without any prior experience. Trust me, I've done it, and it was not my forte either, but I did a pretty good job, if I do say so myself. So if you are thinking, Heidi, I do not have a creative bone in my body, I would invite you to reconsider that, because I believe we are all creative, and there is quite likely something within you that has been latent with desire to do just this. Who knows, right? But if you just aren't feeling like you're the one to bite this one off, ask a friend who might be more inclined, artistically inclined, or look for a decorative painter to hire for the task if that's within your reach. And I'll talk a little bit more in a couple of minutes about decorative painters. So, what to paint? Here's the thing. Personally or professionally, I'm not a big fan of more than one painted piece of furniture per room, unless you really know what you're doing. And I'll give you some examples of how you could do that. My feeling and experience is that can quickly run away on you and potentially create a very cluttered look in your space. And that cluttered feeling negatively, talking about energy here, impacts the beautiful flow of energy we want to have and maintain in our spaces. Also, you can lose the pop effect. That specialness of this piece ends up going away because you've got too much going on. We only need one star of the show. It goes a long way. The exception, of course, there's always an exception, could look like a set of night tables, side tables plus a coffee table, something like that. Or maybe you've got a table and chairs. Maybe you paint all the chairs and the table, or just the table, or just the chairs. So a grouping, in other words, that would read as one is something that you could paint all the same. And real quick, if you are liking what I'm sharing, again, please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. It helps the YouTube gods know that this channel is providing some value. And by the way, it helps me to know that too. So if you just don't have anything to paint and you really would like to give this creative endeavor a go, visit a flea market. Or honestly, people put stuff out in the trash all the time. I'm not suggesting you go through the trash, but I saw the cutest chair as I was walking over to see my daughter not too long ago. It was a teak chair for a child. Great condition. I guess they just didn't want it anymore. And had it not been during this particular pandemic, I probably would have picked it up and taken it over to her and put some paint on it. So keep your eyes peeled, for something fun like that. Like I said, you can go to a flea market, look for a used table or wooden side chair, a desk, a dresser, a chest, even an old wooden stool. You could paint that and put a plant on it. In fact, I use an old wooden stool to put my coffee on. Or maybe you've got an old built-in butler's pantry that you could bring additional interest to, or bookshelves, by painting it. I especially love old pieces of furniture with some paint on them. And guys, listen, have some fun with this. It's just paint. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I have to say that. I mean, if you just hate the result when you're done, you can always take it back down to its original veneer. And I've done that too. It's elbow work for sure, but if you're game, it's really very rewarding at the same time. All right, so a word about decorative painters. The good ones are really good, and they are worth every penny. If you don't think so, once you do this yourself, you'll have more of an appreciation for what they do and what they charge. Good decorative painters have wonderful knowledge of all types of paints and finishes, and they have an assortment of specialty tools and techniques that they bring to the job, and an endless amount of creativity too. Sometimes they do need to be reeled in a bit because, well, here's what I mean. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. I've worked with some decorative painters that, they can do anything asked of them, but I would not recommend that you leave the creative decision making up to them, or any painter for that matter. So if you don't know what you want, and this is a sizable project or an important piece of furniture you want painted in a particular way, spend a little extra money and get a professional interior designer's perspective. And I'm not just selling myself here. This is really an important tip, because man, I've seen some disasters that had to be done over because this particular person did rely on the creative guidance of this decorative painter. I'm not saying this is true of all decorative painters, and they had to do it over. It was a mess. All right, so I just wanted to say that. I'm not slamming, I'm just big picture, always big picture. But here's the designer can quickly assess what's needed for the space or the piece, and at the same time help you identify what you want and get you the results you deserve and desire. So remember, in this channel we talk about what you are creating energetically in addition to aesthetically, and yes, this applies to decorative painting too. So what I'm advising you here is, just to be mindful of the balance. Find the relief. Too much is too much. And quickly, I know we're talking about decorative painting on furniture pieces, but consider the same if you are applying decorative or faux painting on walls as well. A little goes a long way here too. You know, where's the relief? Where do my eyes get to rest? Is this really looking good and feeling amazing? Check in with yourself. Meditate on it. All right, so we got all that. Now, how do I do this if I'm doing it myself? I am not by any means the expert on this, but if you're brave, you know, jump online and look for some how-tos that are easy to follow. I put a couple of links below that will help you. And I wanted to hold this book up too. It's an old book I have. This is a painted piece of furniture, and it's an old piece of furniture that they did. And this has been, hope you can hear me, this has been such great inspiration for me throughout the years. So imagine, you know, you don't want to put painted pieces of furniture, you don't want to do more than one of those, in my opinion, per room. Just because, sorry about that, just because it's a special piece that you're creating, and you want it to stand out. You want to highlight it. And if you have painted pieces like that all over the place, you're going to lose, you're not going to really notice it. You're not going to really enjoy it. It's going to be too confusing to the eye. Let me make sure, I'm just checking my notes here, make sure okay, yeah. So, all right, so I wanted to show you that, a couple of links. But listen, I mean, when I've done this, I do not do this for clients. Again, that's not my expertise, only myself. But I hit the easy button. I just start with a little light sanding so the paint would adhere to the wood, and slapped on some paint from there. And it was an old piece of furniture that I did, so I wanted some of the original wood to show through. To do that, you wait for the paint to dry. Take a very fine sander block you can get at Home Depot or the paint store, and work slowly on sanding it off a little. Some of the paint comes off and allows the original wood to show through. And after I was done with that, I applied a paste wax and buffed it out. Was this the right way? Probably not, but I really liked the result. I think it looked really good. I heard from others that it looked good, and it felt right for the space. So the other thing is, I learned that technique from the people at the paint store. This has been a number of years ago. They were the ones that guided me. You know, I said, hey, this is what I want to do. I want to paint it. What do I need? What tools do I need? What is the, you know, they were the ones that walked. This was before you saw stuff on the internet about this. And so now you've got that, plus the people at the paint store. And these are the paint stores as opposed to big box stores. You know, they might be able to help you too. I don't want to discount that at all. So, but anyway, I encourage you to go for it. You know, do something fun. Create something really magical, you know, for your space. All right, so that is it. I hope I have given you some good ideas to add a punch to your personal spaces here in this video today. And if you go for this, I would love to hear from you. You know, post some pictures of your masterpieces and let us hear about your experience, you know, how'd it go? I'd love to see and hear all about your creations. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found some good value in it for yourself. And if so, again, hit the like, share, and subscribe. And know that I appreciate all of your support, and let me know in the comments again below of how I can help you with any design questions or energetic concerns for your home or workplace spaces. And until next time, I thank you for joining me. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I wish you all good Vastu. Bye, everybody.